This is the Family Style Podcast, Episode 1, The Introduction. Greetings and welcome, one and all, to what is going to be the very first episode of the Family Style Podcast. What the fuck is the Family Style Podcast? Well, we'll get to that, but first and foremost, I'm Ryan. Pleasure to meet you. Some of you might know me, some of you might not. There was some echo in there. I hope that didn't come through on the video. But hey, I'm also here with Ashley.
Hello.
And Heather.
Greetings.
So, you'll know Ashley as one of the co-administrators of our Discord server that you will no doubt be a part of if you're listening to this podcast. And Heather is one of our moderators, or legends, as we call them around here. But, yes, this is the Family Style Podcast. So what the fuck is the Family Style Podcast? Well, the Family Style Podcast is a podcast that is basically dinner conversations. The kind of conversations that you have when you're sitting around with friends and family at dinner. What that means is basically whatever goes. We just kind of hang out. And you come along with the ride and sit at the table with us. So, yeah, we kind of just go from there. Every week we will start. Heather, I didn't tell you this, but Ashley I threw this idea her way, and I thought it was kind of a cool idea. We start by talking about what we're going to be doing for dinner this evening. So, Heather, what were you planning for dinner this evening?
Not a damn thing. No, my husband got a coupon voucher for like a free ham. He was supposed to get it for Thanksgiving, but his work dropped the ball on that one. So we just got a big ass ham, and we've been eating it in different ways. You know, potatoes, noodles, sandwich, whatever.
Yeah, I'm into. I think Ashley and I talked about this like 3 months ago. I'm into leftovers, and like nobody else in my family is like at all. And so like I think we talked about like leftover like soups and stews and chilies and shit like that. All that stuff is way better as a leftover. But like nobody in my family wants to eat anything leftover. So hey, props to the leftovers. I love that.
Oh yeah,
love that.
Leftovers are fucking good.
Yes. Fully. And especially it's just budgeting. You got a big ass ham. You got to make that shit stretch. Ham's delicious.
Hell yeah. And so versatile too. You can have for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner.
Sandwiches.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I mean, savory jello with ham in it could work, for like a good dessert.
Drizzle chocolate sauce on it.
Yeah. Just sweet and salty. I like that. So a whole bunch of ham. Good. So you guys just been eating ham. I like that.
Yes.
Ashley, what the hell do you got going on for dinner? You said something about fast food, I think.
Yes, we went fast this evening due to the fact that we had a dentist appointment for my son. So we grabbed it on the way home. And it was like a 2-in-1 meal. I was like, you're giving me like 40 nuggets. So you're going to have it for lunch and dinner. Nuggets. I'm so sorry. I love you. so we did the...
My son would have been okay with that. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's like, that's fine. I don't care.
Little secret, I've never had Chick-fil-A. Shh.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah, so we didn't really get them.
Yeah,
we didn't get a Michigan side until like recently, like in my area at least. Like I live in like the Metro Detroit, like southwest or southeast Michigan area rather, and like we got like 1 or 2 of them within the past like 2 or 3 years, but like the lines are stupid because they're new. So I just kind of like just never really made the trip over. Here it's good.
That's not going to change.
Yeah,
the lines are always long. It's not going to change.
Yeah, so in that case, I probably very like specific set of circumstances would have to happen for me to be like, yeah, I'll give it a whirl. But I've heard good things. Well, good.
East Coast.
I think so. I think it's an East Coast thing. East Coast / I think it started down south.
Like this side of the U.S.?
We don't have...
No. It's backwards. I don't know which way to go.
The sad thing is I know exactly what you mean by that. Like, it's like the whole...
It's like the side of the U.S. with the water on it. Like,
yeah, I don't know any Southerners to confirm, but I want to say it's like this. I don't know. I'm gonna have to I'll look it up. I have the internet. We have the technology. Chick-fil-A.
We have internet.
According to the internet, it's an American fast food restaurant chain that is the largest in the country. Well, goddamn. I was correct. Headquartered in College Park, Georgia.
Okay.
So
it is.
They are across 49 states, as well as the District of Columbia and Puerto Rico. And they started in 1946.
Oh, wow.
Now you know. Yeah.
The more you know.
That's right. But it's like they just pulled up a Cane's near me.
Oh,
And I know that's
yeah.
a West
Michigan,
Coast chain.
yeah, Michigan's supposed to be getting one of them too, and like everybody's freaking out about it. I'm like, it's fast food, guys, calm down.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that when that opened like maybe 3 weeks ago, and that line was longer than Chick-fil-A, and Chick-fil-A actually goes out into the street. Like they
Yeah,
have a certain line and cone it off. It's
yeah,
like, I'm like, I don't think it's that good. That's why I went at noon when there was no one there.
yeah.
Because like I'm not waiting for that.
About, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago in our area, Michigan got the first Sonic. And like everybody was freaking the fuck out because like the problem was like they kept advertising here for years and years and years, but we never had one. It just like so like we got to see all the shit they sell, but no one, dude, it was so bad. So they opened it up in the parking lot of a Meijer, and it literally the line would basically go all the way around the Meijer building and around. It was so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so definitely hear you on that one. That's good times. Chick-fil-A, good, very much. Nothing, you know. So the funny thing is, Ashley's like, yeah, it's probably going to be like fast food until I start to feel ashamed that I'm eating so much fast food, and then the next episode I'm probably going to talk about food that I made, and like right there with you because tonight it was Little Caesars because stepdaughter's going to work, so she didn't need food just yet, and Little Caesars, you know, which is gourmet ass pizza, right? That's totally like fancy gourmet pizza,
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
I love their pretzel pizza. Like their pretzel pizza.
So the pretzel pizza, when they first dropped it, and it was you had one option, it was the pretzel pizza with the cheese sauce. It was like, this is great, but why not with regular sauce? Give me an option. And then when they brought it back the second time, they gave us an option, and it's chef's kiss. Fantastic.
Oh, love
The
it.
pretzel pizza is delicious. I highly recommend the pretzel pizza.
Love it.
This podcast may or may not be about food. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's episode 1. Apologies in advance. If that's what ends up happening, that's the direction we take. Well, tough shit. Anyway, and that's
Meanwhile,
what
our international friends are probably like, pretzel pizza? What the fuck
what
is
the fuck is
that?
pretzel pizza?
I've never had Little Caesars.
What?
Never had it.
So Little Caesars is to pizza what McDonald's is to burgers. Like it
Okay.
works.
I know it's the $5 hot and ready pizza, the
Yeah.
pizza, all that stuff.
You know, so the thing is, you know, Little Caesars came from, you know, 20 minutes north of me. Like it's from Detroit. Funny enough, like most major pizza chains are from Michigan, I've learned. Little Caesars, Domino's, Jets, which is weird, but yeah, so it's Little Caesars is basically like it's fast food pizza is the best way I can put it. It's basically like if you were like, yeah, I'm going to go get some burgers and you went to like McDonald's as opposed to like a steakhouse. It's kind of that. It's not terrible. It's not great. I wouldn't like if I was like if somebody came here from like I don't know Brazil and was like I'm going to try American pizza, I would not take them to Little Caesars and be like this is American pizza. Like I wouldn't do that, you know, but it works, you know, and it's cheap. And if you need to feed a shitload of people, it's a cheap way to do it. For sure.
Yes, definitely.
The $5 pizzas are $5.55 now, inflation, but that's still pretty good for a large pizza. And it's easier than having to heat one up in the oven, although the options are cheese and pepperoni. To get into the other options, you start paying as much money as you would pay at another place. And if you're going to spend that much money, you should probably just go to another place, in my humble opinion.
Through that.
But yes, Little Caesars tonight. Nothing crazy. We went a little crazy. I was feeling like some chicken wings, so I got a couple different types of their chicken wings. So I got the oven roasted and the Parmesan garlic. I haven't tried those yet, so we'll see how that goes later. And then we didn't just get a hot and ready. We got a stuffed crust hot and ready, premium, grade A shit.
Ooh.
So getting a little fancy out there, you know, having a nice romantic evening with everybody here and my fiance eating the pizza. Good times.
That sounds amazing. That sounds like the perfect. It really does.
Yeah, so that's what we got going on. But yeah, so that's kind of a thing we talked about is we'll start at the top of every podcast talking about what everybody's either planning on doing for dinner, going to be doing for dinner, did for dinner. I don't know, somebody might start eating dinner, you know, Ashley just going to town on like a sub or something while we're recording, just like, you know, you never know. Just flat out.
Do a
you know,
mukbang real quick.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is going to become a mukbang podcast. That's what we'll do. Family style, mukbang. We turn all of us collectively just become super fat like Nikocado avocado.
Oh my God. I've been obsessed with the drama about him lately.
Dude,
so
it's
I
so
go in my
bad.
drama sometimes. I love hearing about it. Because it's stupid drama. It's creator drama. It's like not real. Well, it's real, but you know, it's not the world's ending.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to take a quick commercial break and I'll be right back because Stepdaughter started work tonight, and we've got the babies. So give me just a moment.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Babies.
Ooh.
I like the babies.
The puppy.
And the puppy. I love that little kitchen.
I know. I
I
never had one.
I had the old like an old school one. I think it's still in my dad's house. I got that play school one where it had
Yeah.
the baby high chair on the back, that mini fridge, like a little tiny stuff. Not like that's fancier than my kitchen.
Right. That reminds me of shit I had for Barbie when I was younger. Like, I didn't have a Barbie house. Like, my Barbie house was like a pink triangle. And my niece is like, well, how'd they go upstairs? I'm like, I don't know. They climbed the house? I don't fucking know.
Barbie now.
They didn't have
I know.
elevators upstairs back then.
Hey, just put them on my house. It's like, whatever, who cares?
Then my brothers, they were into like the action figures, Ninja Turtle figures, so they would steal my Barbie figures for like their chicks and parties.
They're
Like, come
chicks, and
on.
that's amazing. My sister
Right.
was obsessed with Barbies and those brat dolls.
No, God.
Obsessed, which is an understatement. I was obsessed with baby dolls, and I had one
Oh.
baby doll, and I still have him. His hair is falling out, though. He's very old.
He's
I
aging.
went to I touched his hair, and a clump came out. I was like, "Oh my god!" I named him Michael. I still have him. I only ever had one baby doll, and it was a boy baby doll. And it's really funny that I had a boy, and I only have one child. That
Aw.
was really funny. No, I was never into Barbies. That wasn't my thing. Wasn't. Everyone has their things. I just like smart. I like babies. Oh no.
I remember taking like colored permanent marker and like coloring their hair, and then they came out with colored hair. I'm like, man, come on. Oh, baby. Oh, we should be
It was so
Ryan's
loud, the microphone
babysitters.
cut out. What
The
was that?
dog. The dog's like, what's wrong?
No, so what if you should make it better? Oh, he's an old doggy.
Go get the baby. Go get the baby.
I know. Starts moving her towards the kitchen. It's like,
Yeah.
what's the matter?
Come on.
She's screaming so loud the microphone's cutting out. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. No, little
Come
baby.
back. Come back, baby.
I love the color of that room.
Me too.
My parents are critiquing his house.
Oh yes, the trim is wonderful.
Hey, it's the exterior, the wood. Like I have any clue I'm talking about.
I see what is that, a elf on a shelf box back there?
I regret that so much. I regret introducing my son to him so much. I was parent pressured into that.
Ugh. Fingers crossed. Haven't been suckered into that yet. I'm terrible at shit like that.
Oh, man. Like my son knew before I told him that it wasn't real because of how terrible I would keep up with it. Eventually
Yeah.
he was like, "This isn't real, I'm gonna touch it." I was like, okay.
Like, no joke, I suck at being the tooth fairy. Like the one time Vincent lost a tooth and he came downstairs and he's like bawling hysterically. I'm like, what's wrong? The tooth fairy didn't leave me any money. And I look at my wallet, I had like a 1 and a 20. And I go to my husband, he's getting ready for work. I'm like, listen, I need change for a 20.
I need something now. I would do it all the time.
So he got a $5 bill with a tooth, and I was like, "Don't expect this every time." Tooth fairy's
I was
broke.
hoping at that too. My son would say that. He's, "Oh, Tooth Fairy didn't come." I was like, "Oh, she's just a day late." Like, God damn it.
What? Can you come in? Come on, come on,
My
come
son
on.
just walked by with the elf comment. He's like, "That's right. Uh-huh. I knew 100%." It's like, cool.
What?
Was
These
that
are
my
my
baby?
You hear mommy talking. You hear mommy talking. Want to come up?
Moxie,
Come
Moxie,
on. Look.
Moxie.
See her. Hi. Hi. Oh,
Hi, baby.
I love you too. Want me to hold you? No? Okay. Fuck you too. But she sits right next to me.
She?
What's that?
What mix is she?
She is pure. She's a purebred Australian cattle dog.
Okay.
So she is from where Tim and Daz are from.
Very nice. She looks just like my sister's dog. My sister is a blue healer.
Yep, yeah, that's what she's at. They have two
Okay.
names. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, they look just alike. It's a little different. Hers is a little the sneeze. I guess he's more rambunctious. So they don't look alike, but I mean he's just like so like he does not sit still at all. She like it's
She
nuts.
kind of does. Depends on what I'm doing.
Her dog just does not stop all day. I'm like, I would die. It's not me.
Sorry, I've returned. Granddaughters needed a bottle. They were slowly starting to freak out, and we didn't want them screaming while we were doing this. So
That's okay.
I was trying to coax her, like, it's okay, we're here.
We were trying to grab her through the camera, and then we're trying to tell the dog to go get her.
Yeah.
The good news is we recorded all of that, so that'll be great. I did not stop recording. Welcome to podcasting, you guys. This is how it works. So anyway, yeah, we covered dinner, so that's kind of what's going on. And then from there, we can kind of talk about whatever. First and foremost, I would definitely like to talk about how the word bidet is spelled. So prior to this recording, I guess Ashley and Heather were talking about bidets. How did that even come up? Actually, yeah, let's start with that. Where the fuck did that even come from?
We're gonna ask that.
Oh, God.
I told you I was going to save it for the podcast. I mean,
Why did I know that was going to come up?
Welcome to Family Style.
Do you want me to talk about it, or do you want to talk about it?
So I messaged, Ashley messaged me, and she was like, I don't know, she's like, are you excited for later? Are you nervous? I'm like, dude, I'm nervous. Like, I know how many times I've talked to you guys. I'm still nervous. I don't know why. And then, like 10 minutes goes by, and I said, Ashley, I really need to ask you something. And I said, if you think I'm nuts, whatever. She's like, what? I said, when something important happens, like any Zoom meet, do you get the nervous peas?
The nervous peas.
And she's like, oh my God, yes I do. And I'm like, yeah, like I'll pee like a whole gallon, and then like 10 minutes before, it's like, yeah. Then it's like, I gotta pee again. And I go to the bathroom, nothing happens. Oh, I gotta pee again. And it's not like there's anything wrong with me or whatever.
No, it's just...
So it's either nervous peas or farts. So, and then she said something about a bidet, and I thought she meant a midget or a budget.
So pause on
like,
that.
okay.
So basically what I saw was she sent me a little screenshot, and it said that like Heather can't make it tonight. I killed her because apparently Heather was laughing her ass off. So what I got was like, yeah, you just need one of those bidgets. Because she spelled it B-I-D-G-E-T. And I was like, and then Heather was like, what the fuck is a bidget? Like, I think you literally said, the fuck is a bidget? And then Ashley was like, oh, maybe it's like B-I-G-D-E-T, big debt. It's a big debt. And I was like, and she goes, I don't know, that thing that shoots water up your ass. And I was like, so she sends me that, and I was like, bidet.
I know what that is.
And I was like, B-I-D-E-T, definitely B-I-D-E-T. So bidets. Anybody have a bidet? I don't have a bidet. They're supposed to be convenient and good for the environment because they, require much less toilet paper. How's that working out for you? I've heard it's good.
I love it.
I hear people
I will never go back.
about it. I hear people rave about it.
I rave about it. I tell everyone to get one. It's life-changing. I absolutely love it. Is it weird at first? Yes, because you do have water shooting at your butthole. I mean, yeah, that's something to get used to. But I will never go back. And we're full family here. We'll disclose it. I got hemorrhoids from sitting in my chair from working over the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me to go to the bathroom. Plus, I've had a child. I'm a woman. Life happens.
Yeah.
And I started to actually bleed going to the bathroom. It was painful. And my doctor was like, you should get a bidet. And I got it. And I'm like, I'm never going back. It is amazing. I absolutely love it.
So
You
you
do
heard it here
you list
first.
it's cleaner. Fucking love it.
You heard it here
See,
first. What we're going to do is
she's
we're going to
fancy.
merchandise.
She has a bidet, and I have a Pittsburgh toilet.
That is true. Heather has one of those awesome Pittsburgh toilets, which is also something that I didn't know about until I met Heather. So Pittsburgh toilet is apparently, it's basically just a toilet that's just in the middle of the basement, like no walls, no bathroom. It just,
There's no walls.
just a
Like
fucking
when we
toilet.
we bought the house and we went in the basement, and like there's the washer and dryer. Then cool fact about my house is it's actually an old coal miner's house, because in the basement there's two big openings where they shovel the coal, kind of like under the wall kind of thing. And I looked at my real estate agent. I'm like, why is there a toilet against the wall? Why is there no walls or sink? Oh, that's a Pittsburgh toilet. Like, why? But I don't use it. I used it like one time because it was like a dire emergency, but
I don't even remember why, but like Heather sent us a picture of that for some reason. And you're like, my house has a Pittsburgh toilet. I don't even remember why or what the context was, but we were like, is that just a toilet in the middle of the floor? Like, is that just like, imagine a basement
Just
and there's
there.
just a fucking toilet sitting, like literally just a toilet in the middle of the basement.
yeah. Well, like, it's like against the wall, but it's not like in the middle of the room, but pretty
No,
much,
that's fair.
yeah.
Before I lose the thought, I'm going to say right now that you heard it here first. We are going to merchandise family-style bidets that we'll call Bidgets. You'll be able to get those in our merch store when that goes live. They'll have a little family-style logo on it. It'll be great. But anyway, speaking on bathrooms, we are currently in the process of having our entire bathroom ripped out and redone. I should have taken pictures. We basically have a toilet and that's it. So we have a Pittsburgh toilet in our bathroom, but then there are walls around it. So yeah, the whole bathroom, the whole big thing, like basically the toilet started to leak, like the tank on the toilet, the old toilet started to leak. And like, apparently it was just a constant drip was going under the walls, everything else. So we were having some other work done on the house, and the guy kind of noticed. He was like, hey, so your floor is probably going to cave in if you don't get that replaced. And we were like, okay. So then, next thing you know, we're getting a whole new bathroom. It's like, great, awesome. It's old, it needs to be done. Well, then as the guy starts going through, he's like, oh, yeah, your entire tub isn't draining correctly because it's backwards. We're like, great. So like one thing turns into another. So now, right now what we have going on, Veronica just had surgery, and we have a bathroom that consists of just a toilet, and that's it. There's no drywall. There's nothing. It's basically the interior walls of the house. Like you can see the wires running up. It's just a toilet. So,
Damn.
what's that?
That's amazing.
So he
Yes.
kind of thinks about me while he goes to the bathroom.
Yeah, there we go. That's what it is. It's a.
Now I know what Heather feels like.
We're all family here. That's what it is. Oh man, this is what Heather deals with every day. Her weird toilet. And then her shower. I don't know if you know this, but like a Pittsburgh shower, it's just a shower head in the middle of the basement, just goes into the floor drain. It's just wide open. It's great.
There's a drain in the middle of my basement.
Yeah, that's what it's for. That's what it's actually for. It just didn't make it, to the rest of the states.
It's amazing.
Pittsburgh toilets.
I love our state.
Yeah, you guys are weird. Like, so, another thing too, like we've all become friends over the past few months, and we're all from different parts of everywhere. And it's you guys are both in Pennsylvania. And
For now, because Ashley's moving. Jerk.
Yeah, at some point.
At some point, yeah.
Yeah, at some point. And then I'm in Michigan. And it's just funny, like, obviously, we've got friends over the pond and, Australia, different places. And like, that makes sense. Like things are different in like different countries, but like even stateside, like there was one thing that came up where I saw something that was like, people from Pittsburgh are super fucked up. They eat pizza where like they cook the crust and then don't cook the toppings. And I sent that. I was like, Heather, explain yourself. She was like, I don't know what the fuck that is. So I'm still convinced that Heather was just ashamed, but yeah, apparently that's the thing in Pittsburgh is like basically those shitty Lunchable pizzas where it's like a cold crust that's kind of cooked and like you put the sauce and the cheese and shit on it. It's not baked. That's what it looked like. Apparently that's what Pittsburgh does.
Yeah, we also put fries in our salad too.
What?
French fries in your salad. That's a Pittsburgh thing, apparently.
Salad? Like what kind of salad?
Like lettuce and tomato and cheese, like the for real salad.
I was going to say, what kind of salad are we talking here? Is this like a fruit salad? Is this like...
If you go to a restaurant, order like a grilled chicken salad or whatever, you can add French fries to it. And Ryan's Googling it right now.
Goddamn right I am. Oh, let's see. I typed in Pittsburgh food oddities. Here we go. 5 distinctly Pittsburgh foods the city is known for. This is family style, guys. We go all over the place, so buckle up.
Coleslaw and a hoagie.
Coleslaw
Sub
and a-
sandwich.
See,
whatever.
that's not as
Coleslaw.
weird. That's not as weird because like I know there's certain sandwiches that have a. Let's see. Oh
Like
yeah,
a Reuben.
holy shit! It's called the Pittsburgh salad. Literally, yeah. Let's see. You might think a salad would be vegetables, lettuce, and occasionally a protein source, but in Pittsburgh, you find fries as well. Apparently, Permanente Brothers did that, so that's good.
Yep.
Oh, you guys are famous
my
for
God, they
pierogi.
would.
You're famous
Yep.
for pierogi. Saris Candies. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's like a chocolate specialty store.
Okay, yeah. Opened in 1960. Look at that.
Oh, cool.
That kind of makes sense because Permanente Brothers puts the fries on the sandwich for the truckers.
Yeah.
Because that was on one of the travel
okay.
shows.
Okay.
That was one of those like little. I'm a foodie, so I watch all that Travel Channel Food Network shit.
I got
Oh,
Pamela's hot cakes. Oh,
Here's what that is.
What does that mean? What is it? Why are you laughing? What does that mean?
But I never had Pamela's hotcakes.
You just laughed as though that was like some. Oh God, there it is.
Yeah.
What about Eaton Park Smiley cookies?
Dude, that's where I used to work, was Eaton Park.
Holy
And
shit!
honestly, right?
Yes.
That's where I worked when the world turned to shit. I worked there for 3 years, and spoiler alert, the sugar cookies, they're pre-made.
Oh yeah, no. I work for a food service company, and I've learned in the almost 5 years that I've been working there that like everything's fucking pre-made, like everything. I
was so bummed out. They're like, don't you realize they're like perfect circles? I'm like,
oh yeah.
how do you do it? Like, you put the cookie on the thing, you put it in the oven. When it's done, you put the icing on it.
I've learned that like a lot of these places that have their world famous this and that, 90% of the time it comes in frozen. So like, or some other thing. So like my fiance one day, we have a place by us called Chicken Shack. It's like a chicken joint. They do roasted chicken and potatoes and stuff. And they're known for their world famous dinner rolls. It's like this whole huge thing. Well, I come to find out, my girlfriend's like, hey, make sure you get a bunch of extra, dinner rolls. They're so good. I'm like, awesome. So I order the food. I order extra dinner rolls. I go to pick up the food. They hand me the bag, and then they hand me a package. And the package is a privately branded My Company dinner roll in a fucking bag that I sell in my store. I'm like, you fuckers didn't even try to hide that fact. That your famous dinner rolls come out of, you can buy the goddamn things for half the price. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. That shit's annoying as hell. But then I've let multiple places like, yeah, we're known for our chili, and it's like they just buy my chili from my store that's frozen and then like add a little bit of extra seasoning to it. World famous chili. It's like that's not. I had somebody once fucking tell me we sell this chili. It comes frozen in a bag and like you boil it in the bag. It's pretty good. To be fair, it's pretty good. It's like designed for restaurant service, whatever. Somebody was like, "Yeah, that's good shit there. I want a restaurant chili cook-off with that." I'm like, "Of course you did." I'm like, "Of course you fucking did." Oh, let's see.
I worked at this one restaurant for like 10 years, and I remember this old guy was like, your stewed tomatoes are like awesome. How do you make them? I'm like, you really want to know? I'm like, you get a big ass can.
Number 10 cans.
Tomatoes, put it in a container, you put it in a steamer, 10 minutes, put it in a pan, boom, done.
Yep.
Yeah.
I get people too that'll come into my store and they'll be like, well, because we sell restaurant stuff and we do like a little bit of smaller stuff, but for the most part, it's like restaurant grade stuff. So it's like, well, do you guys have any mayonnaise that's not in a jar that's 1 gallon? And it's like, it says food service on the side of the building. Like,
Right.
what do you want? What do you want?
No.
We're like ruining everybody's hopes and dreams with restaurants. Like, it's not real food,
Yeah.
it's powdered water.
Yeah, man. Family style is all about family style dining. Fuck the corporate restaurants. That was not the intention of this podcast, but fuck it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is exactly what I was talking about. Apparently it's called Ohio Valley style pizza, which is where you put the fucking toppings on cold. Heather, I guarantee you ate this when you were a kid and you're just ashamed.
I might
That's
have.
Ohio. That's so far from us.
Well, it's no. That's far from you, where you are, but Pittsburgh is on the other side of the state.
How close are
better
you to
say.
Pittsburgh?
No, I'm not in Ohio. What are you talking about?
No, how close to Pittsburgh? Or not Pittsburgh, Ohio. Heather.
Like real close. Like real close.
I'm like half hour away from the Ohio border.
I was going to say, I'm pulling up the map right now because we have the
Yeah.
technology.
You need to record your screen. You need to
Oh,
record
okay.
your screen.
Actually,
You do, though.
I think I could do that, but I'm going to fuck up the framing.
That's fine. You can do it next time.
Screen share
So
Google
learning
Maps.
podcast.
What is Ryan researching while podcasting?
I guess
They
I'll
always
go.
do.
I'll
They
go
always have
live
something
with my
Google
Google Maps. There it goes. Actually, everything's framed great. There we go. Look at that. It works. Hey, we're doing things. So here's the Google map. We zoom out. So this is Michigan. Here's roughly where I'm at here. And
Okay, I can
then
see.
if we back out, this is all Ohio down here. Here's Pittsburgh, and here's the border right there.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Oh, yeah, you're real close.
there you go.
I should know that. I've drove through our state so many times to get to freaking Ohio and Kentucky.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, we
weren't you just driving through recently to go to Kentucky for something?
Yeah.
3 months
Probably saw my city and like waved at me or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I waved at I was flying to Oregon when I waved to Ryan. I was literally
That did
over
happen.
his
That did happen.
I was
I looked
over
up-
his thing to Google Map it and I shot it. I was like, no.
I looked up and I saw what was probably your plane legit, and I was like, "Oh, look at that! That's the closest we've ever been together, and physically, that's cool."
Almost.
There we go. So yeah, you Pittsburgh and your weird shit. What else is on this list? Klondike bars. Apparently, you guys have a claim to that.
Yep.
Heinz ketchup too.
Yes. Pepperoni balls.
Oh, I forgot you guys could see my screen. Pepperoni rolls. The banana split. You guys have the banana split.
I didn't know that was a Pittsburgh thing.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I think that's like an everywhere thing. No?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, let's see. It ends. We're ending this list on a sweet note with the banana split. It's said to be created in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, at Tassel Pharmacy
Okay.
in
I know where
1904.
that's
That pharmacy.
Interesting. All right. So there you go.
Pharmacy. What are they curing with a banana split at a pharmacy?
6 strangest food combinations from Pittsburgh, and then we'll get off this topic of Pittsburgh being weird.
That's
Sandwich,
the
sandwich with
$20
fries and
sandwich.
coleslaw. We talked about the sandwich with fries and coleslaw. The Pittsburgh
Yep.
salad. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yep.
Pierogi
Weird-ass-
pizza. That
Pierogi
sounds
pizza.
fucking delicious. What
It
the
is.
fuck is pierogi pizza?
Pretty much pizza with pierogies on it.
That sounds like, yeah. Gravy on fries. That's not weird, though, because that's like a Canada thing. But yeah, cheese
Yeah, I was
curds.
just gonna say that's like poutine or something like that.
Poutine is fucking delicious. Liver and onions. All right. That's a little, that's a little. Yeah, my fiance doesn't like liver either. She's not on board with that. Mussels and fries. Well, I love mussels and I love me some fries, so I'd probably fuck with that.
Pat.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, weird Pittsburgh foods. Weird Pittsburgh foods. No, that was just different foods. Weird Pittsburgh foods. All right. Well, I'm gonna stop.
Now
I'll
you're
stop
gonna
sharing my
get
screen for now.
recommended Pittsburgh foods shirts on Facebook now.
The most recent one was the Gay Garfield one that says lasagna and cock. So that's cool.
I want that one.
To be fair, I was like, what is the use case scenario for this shirt? And then Ashley was like, that'd be a great concert shirt. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. That would be a good concert shirt.
100%.
The Seaman Demon shirt from before would probably not be good for anything, but that would be a good concert shirt. I support that 100%.
I can see Justin wearing that at a war show.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Seaman Demon. Oh, I didn't start the event that was scheduled for today. My bad. Let's click on that and see. Hopefully I don't fuck everything up.
Oh, no, an event that started 45 minutes ago.
Start event.
We're late. We're late.
Now we're in the event. And it's taking forever for it to come back. There it goes. All right. Hopefully I didn't fuck anything up. Anyway.
So now we gotta start over.
We got to start all over again. We got to go. Philly, you guys got your weird, like, Philly steak.
We don't do that. Oh, shit. I'll probably out of that. I'm trying to think of the weirdest thing we have here. I don't really, everything seems normal to me, so I don't know what's odd.
Well, that's why I'm pulling this list up. We'll do Me Too, don't worry. So Philly
That would be an
cheesesteak is
odd
obviously
choice.
on the list. A pork roast sandwich, which sounds delicious. You guys just have a whole bunch of
Especially if you get
hoagies. Yeah,
Especially if you
hoagies.
get it at the Reading Terminal Market, that with that broccoli rabe on it. Ooh, that one, best sandwich in America on Travel Channel. That's why I love that channel.
And that's what it says. It's pork roast, broccoli rabe, a sesame seed bun. That looks like mouth sex, I'm not going to lie.
I'm so glad you
It
know what
is.
hoagie is too.
Yeah, you guys have hoagies on the list. Those look pretty fucking goddamn dope. I'm not gonna lie. Philly soft pretzels. What can you say about that?
Ooh, soft pretzels.
Oh, I have to send you some.
Oh. So good.
Drool. They are so good. And they close at 3 p.m. every day. So they open at like 4 a.m. ridiculously early. You can
Okay.
smell them. Absolutely delicious. Dip them in freaking. We do the regular cheese whiz. We do frosting. We do chocolate. We do spicy mustard. We do regular
Yeah.
mustard.
Pretzels are one of those things where, like, especially a good Bavarian German style pretzel, those are good with like savory, sweet, doesn't fucking matter. A lot of places
Yeah.
around here, like bars, will sell them in like sticks, and they'll serve them with like a cheese, a mustard,
Like
and
a
then
beer
also
cheese.
like a beer cheese, a mustard, and then they'll also serve like a cinnamon sugar kind of like dipping. Oh my god. Yeah, no,
Oh,
that
yeah.
sounds water. What the fuck is water ice?
You don't know what water ice is?
No.
Do you
It
know
look,
what water ice is? You're over here on my
No.
screen. You don't know what water ice is?
Oh, I thought water
Um,
is iced.
oh,
Ice
apparently
is
it's pronounced
water.
it's pronounced water ice by some locals.
Water ice. It's
Water
water
ice.
ice. Is that
Dessert.
really a Philly thing? Okay. So it's like do you know what a snow cone is?
Okay,
Yeah, like a
yeah.
slushy.
So it's like a snow cone, but it's more compact. Best way I can
Um,
describe it. So it comes. You can get it in a little thing. You can go to like we have Rita's water ice. That's a big thing around here. I'm gonna send you this stuff. You guys, this is mind-boggling to me. So it's the water ice is different than a snow cone because snow cone they put like the shavings and they put it the coloring on there. With the water ice, like Rita's, it's more compact, tightly packed together with flavoring to it. You can do mango, strawberry, blue raspberry. Then they make up some bullshit, birthday cake and cotton candy, and
and
we also have
this is the
we also
first
have
time.
gelatis.
This is the first time since I've known you that I'm hearing your Philly accent come out. Water ice, yeah. We got this water ice here. It's they put it's more compact, with the water ice. Like I'm hearing it. I like that. That's great. All right.
No, it's like a half. I love accents. So I think what I did, I ended up screwing myself over as a teenager because I would constantly go back and forth with accents. So it's like a North Jersey Philly accent that has morphed into what is my accent now.
All right.
So
I'm a fan.
Gangster.
I'm a fan. I support it. It's good.
yeah.
What the fuck are tasty cakes? All one word, spelled with a K.
I have some. Do you want me to go get some?
You got tasty cakes?
Okay. I have tasty cakes. We have crimpets, and they're some of they have a whole bunch of different kinds. They're just like little mini cakes that they sell, but I guess they're from here. So they're just like fluffy cakes with icing on top, where they got crimpets. But you guys has like I wouldn't say a butterscotch flavor, like a buttery flavor to them. Sometimes they're butterscotch. They can be cream filled. They got cupcakes. They're just a type of
Yeah.
cake that we have.
Butterscotch
and it's made in Philly.
crimpets. Yeah. And then it says cream filled
Okay,
chocolate cupcakes. Okay. Oh, so Tasty Cakes is like a brand. Oh, you know what? We've got like
Yes.
okay, so it's like Hostess or one of those.
Yeah, like
Yes.
Little Debbie or
All
something.
right, all right.
Yes,
all right, all
but
right.
it's better than Hostess. I'm gonna send you guys a care package.
I fully support that. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Water ice.
Yeah, I don't know how the water ice, dry ice with your water ice.
My water
pack
ice.
it
They
in
got
there.
gelatis too. The gelatis are so good, and mistos are so good.
I feel like I've heard of
Oh.
this one. So Scrapple.
Scrapple. You in your head too. Oh my god. Okay, so Scrapple. Okay, what's the politest way to describe Scrapple? That's the tough part. Scrapple's really good. It's an acquired taste. Not everyone likes it.
It says
I
a
like when it really.
mixture of pork, spices, and cornmeal. That right?
Yeah, that's a polite way to put it. It's a polite. It's everything you. Okay, sorry if you don't like this. Don't listen to it. It's everything you don't want in a pig put in a patty. So it's the best. That's like the best way to describe it.
All right.
And everyone makes it different. There's different flavors to it. I eat mine with ketchup. It's more like a breakfast type of meat.
All right.
So I don't know what Scrapple is.
No, I'm not
my
from
God.
Philly. I'm sorry.
I didn't think it was a Philly thing. Over here, like pork roll.
I love
You
that
guys
I'm
know pork
yeah,
roll?
I love that I'm fucking blowing your mind just as well as, as everybody else's with all these weird Philly foods. Tomato pie. What do you say about tomato pie? It looks like pizza according to this picture.
Oh, a tomato pie? Yeah. Sorry, I'm like I'm digesting
I'm
this.
gonna
slowly.
share my screen again.
So a tomato
it looks
pie.
like pizza. I don't know.
Yes, exactly what it is. It's pizza without cheese. It's pizza without the cheese. So you have a nice crust. Usually it comes square, which is why it's shaped like that. It's a square pie, not a round pie. and it's usually a different flavor of sauce than you use on a normal pizza. And then it looks like it has Parmesan cheese on top.
I heard
So,
it again.
like,
you said sauce. I heard it again.
Sauce.
Yes,
Sauce.
I squealed
Yes,
on
I'm
the
loving
inside.
this. Oh my God, we need to talk Philly more often because your accent
Our
comes out. and
gangsters
it's
coming
great.
out.
Yes. Oh, don't fuck with my sauce.
I don't want my sauce, my gravy.
Would you want your water ice?
All right, what the fuck is red gravy pasta dinner? That looks like
What?
what is that? It looks like pasta.
look-
What the fuck is red gravy?
That looks-
Red
looks
gravy.
like-
That's spaghetti sauce.
Red sauce. It's
That
red
is-
sauce.
Red sauce.
Sauce. Sauce sounds weird. Sauce.
Sauce.
Bagel and water.
Water. I had no idea how deeply Philly you were until this fucking conversation. There- There's something supremely satisfying about authentic homemade Italian red gravy. What the fuck is red gravy?
The
Sauce.
sauce are saying gravy.
That's not
Like
gravy.
Italians say
Gravy's
gravy.
what?
No, gravy is sauce. In some places, gravy is sauce, and then I don't know what you call. What do you call gravy? That's not
What the
gravy.
fuck is red gravy? That's what I'm googling right now.
It's red sauce.
What the fuck?
There are okay. Let's see. There are people that call red sauce on pasta gravy. How does that make? This is a message board. All right,
Because
this
the
ain't gonna-
Italians call it gravy.
Y'all,
That's what I'm assuming.
Jersey gravy. Okay. Do people in okay East Coast really call it red? Okay, hold on. People in
They don't call it gravy. Gravy is the brown shit you put on like turkey and shit.
It's
Yeah.
more of a, okay, so it's more of a New Jersey thing. I'm from Boston. I've never heard anybody say it. All right, so that's just got to be one of those like super regional things. They call it red gravy. That's not a gravy. There's nothing gravy about that.
No, it's red sauce put on freaking pasta. It's like big ziti.
Okay, so what you guys are known for is saying fucking gravy instead of sauce.
Not I. I say sauce. With a heavy accent. Sauce.
Sauce. You got to get that
Sauce.
sauce. Yes. So how do you make your sauce? I like mine to be a little more watery, you know?
No, it's gotta be thick, not water. Mm.
No, that's me
It's
too.
gotta be thick.
Juicy
gotta be
sauce
thick.
is not my thing. All right, let's see. Goldenberg peanut chews.
Oh, I didn't realize it was a Philly thing. I don't like them, but they are a candy.
I feel like everything on this list is like, that's a Philly thing? What the fuck? You don't have those over there?
Obviously,
Who are
I'm in a
you?
very small bubble. My bubble has not expanded. Well, it's like I'm waiting for pork roll to pop on here because I know pork roll you can't get like in Ohio. That ends. Like
Pork roll. Didn't we talk about pork roll, or was it that other weird sandwich with the broccoli rabe?
that was a weird sandwich with broccoli rabe. Pork roll,
Oh, there
I
it
don't-
is. It's literally the next one.
pork roll.
Oh god. Oh god.
Fucking-
We're falling.
I feel like I've heard about this before, but like, what the fuck? Is it bologna? What is this?
It's not bologna. I don't know what it is, but it's so good. It is so good. It's very greasy. It's another breakfast food. I have it for lunch with. So my dad taught me to make it with cheese on it, toasted bread, cheese in the microwave. Make it really good. It's some other kind of meat that you
Also
don't
called-
want someplace else.
Also called Taylor ham.
Yes.
It's served on a roll with eggs and
Taylor's
cheese,
name
typically.
brand.
So, like, I mean, I think up this way we would call that like.
It's not Canadian ham though.
I was gonna say it looks like Canadian bacon, but
Or Canadian bacon. It's not, but it's not Canadian bacon. It tastes different. I will always say that.
all right.
A nice little golden on it. It's so good.
I see they put the little slits in there so it doesn't cup up like
Yeah.
pepperoni. All right, okay.
Yep.
I can fuck with
Usually
it.
put 4 slits. Bonus round. Ding ding ding.
Bonus
it's
round.
over.
What do we got? Nope, that just was
The
another link.
perfect that's
right.
just
Well, let's do Detroit now since I'm, that's the closest city to me. Detroit food.
It'd be interesting when we all go out to eat.
Well, we all bring with us when we finally meet up on that camp
What's this
thing.
gravy?
It's
I
all
want a sauce.
Oh god, this list is kind of long, but it's 27 iconic Detroit dishes. So let's see what this is.
Interesting.
I have a thought of some stuff that I know will be on here. Oh yeah, it's already in the picture here. Let's go. All right, stuffed lamb, alamir. Yeah, so we have a lot of Middle Eastern dishes because a lot. I don't know if people know this or not, but Dearborn, Michigan, which is 20 minutes outside of Detroit. Dearborn, Michigan is the largest Middle Eastern population in the United States. So
Wow.
We have a lot of Middle Eastern
Interesting.
food, things like gyro and stuffed lamb. Tellway hamburger sliders, yeah, that's kind of a big thing around here. Like slider hamburgers, we have a bunch of joints that are not White Castle or Crystals that make sliders. Good stuff. Let's see.
Yeah, White Castle shit.
Fried chicken in general, yeah, we have a lot of roasted chicken places that just do various types of fried chicken. Botanas, that's definitely our thing. So a botana is like it's an American Mexican
Botana.
thing. Yeah, botana.
Botana.
That's a little too Italian, but botana. Anyway, it's kind of like nachos and meat and stuff like that, but it's like Americanized. So, traditional botana has flour chips instead of corn chips, which are fucking delicious. Typically, a botana is made with chorizo instead of like ground beef or something like that, and then it's got what you see there: onions and fresh tomatoes, fresh avocado. So that would be a botana. I will say, Paul and Ashley, I did not know that was a Detroit thing. So hey, there we go.
Yeah, I have not heard of that.
Oh yeah, Mike's the Ham Palace sandwich. Yeah, so we have a couple restaurants that are like just Bob's Ham or like Steve's corned beef, and that's like what the sign says. And like they serve like these big thick ass like meat sandwiches on like a Kaiser roll. So that's kind of a thing around here. Did not know that was a Detroit thing, so that's cool. There we go, corned beef sandwich. See, there we go.
I love Reubens. We call them Reubens over here.
Well, it depends on what's on it. A Reuben would that would be a Reuben. So that one there that you see on my screen is a Reuben.
Yeah, it looks like a Reuben.
But some corned beef sandwiches are they don't have the sauerkraut on it. It will just be like just the corned beef. That would be different. But yes, Reubens are good. Mercury Burger Bar, the Hummer milkshake. Yeah, so we have, it's called a Hummer milkshake or a Boston cooler. So you guys ever hear of a root beer float? You know, it's root beer, ice cream, shit like that. So for whatever fucking weird reason, another Michigan thing that we have, Verner's. I don't know if you guys know what Verner's is, like Verner's. So it's ginger ale, but it's like super pungent, like spicy almost ginger ale. It's like a Michigan thing. So Boston Cooler is basically a root beer float made with that instead of root beer.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's try it.
Yeah, the Yardbird sandwich from Slows. It's basically just barbecue. See, now
It's like pork and
it's smoked chicken with local bread, mushrooms, bacon. Here's the deal. Slows is not that good, in my honest opinion. A lot of people want to lynch me for that, but that is not my barbecue joint of choice. That tends to be like the number one place that people say they want to go for barbecue in Detroit. Not a fan. The food is okay, but it's one of those places where you wait for like 2 hours to get in. It's not worth 2 hours. I can go down the road, 20 minutes and get a better place. And wait for like 20 minutes. So, okay, cool, but not really. Yes, the Coney dog. Anybody know what a Coney dog is? Come on.
Yes, actually.
Heard of it.
I do. Yes, I do. It's from Coney Island. That's not a Detroit thing. Coney Island's over here.
But it is a Detroit thing because Detroit popularized it by having 9,000 Coney Island style restaurants. There's Coney, like, so literally in Detroit, it's like, hey, you want to go to the Coney? So Coney is our diner.
Okay.
It's like if you went somewhere and it was a diner, like, hey, let's go to the Coney. Let's go to the Coney Island. They're everywhere. I fucking shit you not. Like, let me type in. I'll pull up, since you guys can see my screen. I'll pull up, let's type in Coney Island. And none of these are affiliated, by the way. They're all independently owned. Near me. And if I type that in and I pull this up, you're going to see within, look at it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 that are literally within less than a mile of me. So This is, Coney Island is like our diner. And like Coney Island restaurants sell the Coney dogs, which a traditional Coney dog is it is a hot dog that has the skin on. So it's like a skin on, not skinless. So it bites, like it's got that snap when you bite it. It's a skin on hot dog. The bun, and then you'll have chili, and the chili, traditional Coney chili, is made with beef heart. It's made with all that good shit. No beans though. Traditional Coney chili is no beans. It'll have that chili all over it, diced onions, and a little bit of mustard, and that is a traditional Coney.
Yeah.
So you can get those at a Coney Island, but you can also get like breakfast 24 hours a day, so like big old like omelets and shit like that, or burgers, or they have like. A lot of Coneys have kind of leaned into some of like the Greek or Arabic food a little bit. So you can get like, in some of them you can get like shawarma, or you can get, they basically have a smorgasbord menu of The best way I can describe a Coney is you could go there after church on a Sunday, and you could also go there at 3 a.m. when you're high as tits and drunk as fuck, and the food would be delicious. That is what a Coney is. So yeah. Coney dogs on this list does not surprise me at all. We do extend the Coney doggage over to the fries and get chili cheese fries sometimes. That's pretty chef's kiss. My fiance turned me on to doing that with onion rings, which makes you feel like a real fat ass, but it's fucking delicious. It's so good.
That sounds so good.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Chili fries. So Lafayette Coney is one of the world famous Coney places. It's one of the OG Coney places that opened in Michigan. It's in downtown Detroit. Fun note, they have a rivalry with the restaurant right next to them, American Coney. So there's two rivalry. There's actually been like Food Network documentaries done on this rivalry. There's two of them right next to each other. Yeah, chili fries. You can get them just chili or you can get them with whatever. They're fucking delicious. I don't know what the fuck Carl's Pancakes is. I don't know what that is. Apparently that's a thing.
That's a big thing of butter. Damn.
Right?
It's a large pat of butter. Debuted her stack of fluffy pancakes at Corktown's Lady of the House. So it's another downtown Detroit thing. Pandemic stole that restaurant away from the city, rather. Okay, well, I don't know about those. That's news to me. Never seen them before.
It's really good, though.
Sapino's Pizzeria. I've never been here myself, but it's one of those giant pizza slice New York style places. I've never been, but I'm sure it's probably pretty good. The ribs from Bert's Market. Don't know what that is.
My cat just hopped into the closet.
Gumbo Supreme. Yeah, we have a couple places that are known for gumbo around here. I've never had them, but I've made gumbo and it's pretty good. Yeah, I'm a fan. Chicken shawarma. So Bucharest Grill is one of the. It's a small chain. They own like 3 or 4 locations, but that's another one of those things where it's it's an Arabic style food. A lot of restaurants in our area are known for it. Chicken shawarma. It's basically like it's chicken wrapped in a pita, and the chicken is marinated in like yogurt, I want to say, and it usually has like pickles, like a garlic style sauce. There's vegetables in it. It's like a pita wrap, but it's like a marinated chicken. It's good shit.
That's actually really curious. I have a shawarma restaurant near me. Literally adjacent from I never had it before.
It's like chicken. It's chicken, a garlic. Yeah, it's like the chicken is marinated. So they basically take like one of those big spit roasts and they put like chicken, I want to say thighs, because it's a dark meat, is a traditional use. They'll put boneless, skinless chicken thighs on it and they stack them until it's like this big giant stack of chicken meat. And the whole thing prior to stacking it gets marinated overnight in yogurt. And then they'll take it, they stack it on this giant thing, and then they put it into a rotisserie, and it just spins and cooks and cooks and cooks. And then the meat for the pita, they shave off of that rotisserie spin.
Oh, nice.
And they shave the whole thing off. Heather, you turned your camera off. You know that, right?
No.
I see her.
Okay, must be on my end.
I see her.
Oh, there you are. What the fuck happened? All right, hold on. I got to fix it. What happened? Why is Heather... What's going on? How do I fix this?
Turned off a little while ago, but it came back on.
How do I fix this? I don't know how to fix this. Okay, now it's Ashley. What the fuck's going on? How do I fix this? How do I make it be everybody? Oh, there we go. Fixed it.
Oh,
got it. Okay.
Little thing at the top. Go for it. Okay.
Hey guys, I pretend like I know how to Discord and I clearly don't. Anyways, so chicken shawarma, they put that on a pita and it's got like vegetables, usually like pickled beets or different stuff, and then like a garlic sauce, good stuff. Yeah, the Big Baby. Here we go. I don't know anywhere else you can get this, but it's basically a burger with corned beef, a patty, American and Swiss cheese. It's a burger with corned beef on it, basically. And it's good shit. I recommend it. Salted maple pie. Not a clue. I would assume that's something we stole from Canada. Because fun note, and this blows our friend Tim's mind. So Tim lives in Australia. Tim will be on an episode soon. Tim lives in Australia, and Australia, there's no other country near Australia. They just float around by themselves in the ocean. New Zealand's kind of over that way or whatever it is. But for us, I live in Detroit, where I live south of Detroit, and, literally I can drive where I live, I can drive 2 minutes and be able to see Canada, like another country's right there. That always blows his mind. So we have a lot of weird things over here that do come over, like poutine's one of them that come over the border. But whatever the salted maple pie is, no idea. No idea. Mussels, yeah. There's a couple places around here that do mussels, which is weird because we're nowhere near the ocean. So we're not one of those places that's near the ocean.
Heather is now gone for me. Oh, there she comes back. Okay.
It's got to be. It's probably the signal maybe or something. Punchki, yeah, so Punchki.
Their first time.
So I know this word is real weird. Look at this, Paczki, but that's pronounced Punchki. So we're talking about weird
Bless you.
pronunciations. It's pronounced Punchki, and that's it is fucking delicious. It is typically glazed, and it is a Polish style pastry that is filled with like insert whatever the fuck you want, jams, jellies, Boston cream, whatever, and it's a huge thing. So we have a huge population of Polish people that live in it's a neighborhood offset of Detroit called Hamtramck, and that's where this comes from. But they're delicious. It's basically like jelly donuts on crack. It's so good. Highly
They sound really good.
highly
And
recommend.
Polacks.
That's what I'm saying, man. Punchki and pierogi. Dill pickle soup is another one of those things that I'm pretty sure is. It's basically just like it's almost like broccoli cheddar soup, but made with pickles.
Ugh.
Which sounds weird, but it's a thing that
I've
kind
heard of it.
Yeah, it's another one of those Polish things. I'm not sure really.
Ugh.
But yeah, not my favorite, but hey.
I'm getting like the weirds with you saying that.
So I've never had this either, but apparently also it's from Bangladesh. It's called ghost pizza. Tandoori chicken, deep fried fish, extra spicy ghost pizza, red onion, chicken, cilantro. Oh, ghost pepper sauce. Okay, so
Ghost pepper.
ghost chilies. Yeah, so this is the one I figured I was waiting for. So Detroit style pizza comes from Buddy's. It's basically a deep dish square pizza where you put the toppings on. So Chicago style pizza is like made in a giant cast iron pan. You know, they put the cheese on first and then the toppings and then layer the whole thing with sauce. Detroit's kind of like that, except we do 2 stripes of sauce and it's square. And there's like we use Wisconsin brick cheese and then like the cheese melts to the corners of the crust. Chef's kiss. We have a few places around these parts that do that kind of pizza. I highly recommend it. Dry rubbed ribs. Yeah, that's a big thing in a couple places around here. What the fuck is Boogaloo Wonderland?
Sounds like an amusement
All right.
park.
All right. That sounds like an adult amusement park where weird shit happens behind the scenes.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. A hoagie topped with beef, tangy red sauce, or gravy if you're from Ashley's weird part of the woods. American cheese and caramelized onions. That actually sounds fucking delicious. Hole in the wall signature dish. Boogaloo Wonderland. I might have to try that. Sweet potato pie. I don't think that's a Detroit thing, though. That's kind of a southern thing.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
I think it. I mean, I know what it is. I've had it. It's very
Yeah,
good.
that's
same.
that's a southern thing, so I don't know about that.
That's a southern thing.
Southern thing.
Fish
Oh,
and
okay.
chips.
So fish and chips only because Scotty Simpson's fish and chips in Detroit is like a big. It's apparently that it's the tits. I've never had it, but I hear it's the tits.
The titties.
Corned beef egg rolls. That is the thing from here. So corned beef egg rolls. Oh my god. So popularized by a couple different places. It kind of started to pop off. I'm not sure who did the first one, but it kind of started around in I was gonna say the 70s. So imagine an egg roll. Like an egg roll, typically filled with a cabbage and all other shit in it. Imagine that, but the inside is all corned beef and cheese. Oh.
Sounds so good.
So-
What sauce do you dip it in?
Typically like a Russian
A cheese?
dressing.
Okay.
You would
Okay.
so like think of Reuben, but in egg roll form. Yeah.
Sauce. I love it.
Oh my god, I can't wait. Oh man. So next week's podcast, we're gonna do all the best sauces.
And
And
gravy.
they're just gonna run them all off.
The first YouTube channel is gonna be Ashley just talking over her top 10 Philly sauces. Yes, but corned beef egg rolls, highly recommended, amazing. Oh yeah, look at that shit. Look at that shit. Oh my god.
That looks really fucking good.
Oh dude, it's solid.
Yeah.
Funny enough, we have a place that it's a cheesesteak place that's a Michigan chain. They started in Michigan, and they do these Philly steak egg rolls. They do Philly steak egg rolls, which are amazing, and then they do these corned beef egg rolls. Oh, highly recommended. Got to get those every time we go there. I think that's it. Okay, that's it. All right, so yeah, usual suspects were on there. A couple weird things I've never heard of, but nothing too crazy. And then now you guys know what conies are.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm
look
always
at it.
suspect of people that.
So,
oh my god.
see all those little red dots with the fork and the knife in there? That is literally
Yeah.
all coney restaurants that exist within 15 minutes of me.
Jeez.
My God.
So yeah, it's a thing. It is a
That's
thing.
like a Wawa.
Basically, yes.
It's like,
But like I said, these are all restaurants where like you could totally go there if you were like high off your ass and like just had the munchies and get some bomb ass fucking food. Like, and like you could literally
Yeah.
like you can get dinner. They'll do like, hot turkey sandwich or like a roast turkey dinner, or you can get an omelet or biscuits and gravy or a couple of coney dogs, or hey, they do burgers, or like, it's literally
everything.
it's literally everything. And 99% of the time it's pretty fucking good. Highly recommended. Wow. So that's the weird food that comes from our area, and we learned that Ashley likes sauce. All the different sauce. All the different types of sauces.
Amount. I know that we don't talk enough. You just see me type a lot, and my accent doesn't come out when I type. But
I know that's weird.
Almost.
That's weird. Random note, Heather. I'm noticing you have a massive, massive collection of Funko Pops behind you.
yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
those are my husband's Game of Thrones Funkos. Here, see if I can. There you go, from over
Holy
there,
Lord.
over there, and
That's
he
pretty
is
good.
missing some. So
Okay, that's pretty
The
good.
dedication.
I
pretty good.
have Walking Dead, The Dark Crystal, and Sailor Moon.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a buddy that has. He's got a collection of just like there's no theme to it. It's just hey, they're Funko Pops. I'm in. So like he's got a collection in his basement, but the problem is he's got multiple like 5 shelf like stands. He's got like 3 or 4 of them, and they're like 6 deep all the way through.
Ugh.
Like he can't even display them all. He's got so many. I'm like, dude, you have a problem. Like if you can't physically see them, like I understand like, the way that Heather's got it set up. I understand having them set up behind you. You can see them like cool. Looks cool. It's like having a video game collection or something. Like awesome. But if like you've got so many that they're doubled and tripled and quadrupled back and you can't see them, that's a lot. Like that's too much. You need a room dedicated just
I'm
for those.
not like that at all. Like I just buy like one version of it. Like I don't buy the 20 versions of it or whatever. But Vincent has Star Wars, Pokemon, Dr. Seuss. Oh, and my husband also has, I think it's Mad Max, Breaking Bad, Ash versus Evil Dead, wrestling people, and like, sports shit.
Sports shit.
Sportsing, the sportsing
Sports
thing.
and shit.
What?
Well, that's sportsing.
The sports.
Yeah, I don't really have any collections other than my stupid Steam library on my PC. That's pretty huge, but physical, I just don't. There's no room. There's no room. Like I have stuff that's still at my parents' house because I don't have room for it at the moment. It's like I don't have any physical collections. I just don't. Yeah, I'm looking around and like that's my desk, my computer. It's basically all.
And
I
that
got.
sweet ass little kitchen back there.
Yeah. That's the Bailey kitchen. That's where my granddaughter does all of her cooking. That's her you can hear probably in the background.
Yeah, see, she knows.
We also
Can't let us.
low key bought her a toilet that is also it's like a play toilet but functions as a potty chair. And then we also bought her a bathroom vanity that actually has water that comes out. Like
Ooh.
That is so cute.
yeah, my fiance found that and was like, "Tell me that this is not perfect for Bailey." And I was like, "All right, fine, whatever."
That's so cute.
fucking grandma gets it, or grandma buys everything because granddaughter gets everything. I have to agree.
how
It's
that
just the way it
works.
works. It's just the way it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got her that, but yeah, I just had a comment because I've been staring at those Funkos for the past like hour.
Yeah, we talked about food for the past hour. It's like episode 1. We only love food.
So we do love food. That is a thing. Those potatoes I made the other day were pretty fire. Speaking of food, I gotta admit, everybody loved those. Yeah. So anybody listening or watching, so we were talking on Discord the other day, and my fiance's family Christmas party every year. I just get I make mashed potatoes, and I like to cook. So for me, I enjoy cooking. When I want to make a new recipe I've never made before, I basically just look up 9,000 different ways to do something and then start experimenting and develop my own way. And so I did that years ago with potatoes. And when I first got together with my fiance, her family has this Christmas party like a week or 2 before Christmas. And I was like, hey, tell them I'll bring the potatoes. No problem. Because I got a pretty solid potato recipe. So I brought them that first year. And then it was just like, well, if you and her are together next year, you're bringing those next year. Because those were amazing. So it turned into this whole thing. So basically, it's not that big of a deal. What it is basically just I take 2 different types of potatoes, Yukon Golds and russet potatoes. And cut them up like you would, put them into a pot, rinse all the starch off the potatoes, and then just drain the water, fill the entire pan up with beef stock, and boil them bitches with thyme, sage, and rosemary fresh, and let them tickle away, and then you mash them and add heavy cream, a shitload of butter, and some salt and pepper, and then they're amazing. Highly recommended.
So good.
I sent pictures, and like that, it's yeah, man. Who doesn't like potatoes, man? Mashed potatoes. So
I know. That sounds so good. I'm told that I have great mashed potatoes, but I think that I'm gonna blow people out of the water with your mashed potatoes because mine are so basic.
Well, yeah. So it was really funny. In that Discord thread, Ashley was like, wait, what are you boiling those in? Am I going to feel super like shitty because I've spent all these years just using fucking water like a plebe, boiling my potatoes? And I was like, oh, it's beef broth. And she was like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, it's amazing. You're like
game changer.
So in a lot of situations, like, so I use beef broth for my potatoes. I use beef broth in place of water in a lot of recipes, depending. Not necessarily beef. Not broth either. Stock typically. I like stock because typically, traditionally, when you use like a broth is typically vegetables plus like the meat, and then they kind of just filter it out and whatever. A stock is typically got the bones in there too, so you get all that like collagen, and it's great for sauces, and it kind of really helps your, helps things bind together. So I use stock, but I use stock in place of a lot of different stuff. Using like a beef or chicken broth or stock, either or, for like any kind of pasta, elevates that shit. Anything you're boiling with water. Anything you're using water for. Anything you're using water for. I'm going to say that right now. Anything. So
I'm going to start doing that. Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I use it for.
I feel so basic.
Mainly my potatoes.
Fry bread.
Well, there was another instance of this too some months ago. It was on one of the first little calls we did like this, where like I was talking about, there was the stew thing from like an hour ago. And I was like, yeah, so like we'll typically do it as leftovers, and we'll do bread bowls, and then we'll do whatever. And Ashley was like, where the fuck do you get bread bowls? And I was like, you just buy bread and you make a bowl. And she was like,
I was like, you just buy a loaf of bread and you just cut it out.
I could literally see her head just explode. I was like, yeah, you just cut it. And she was like, I'm going to be so fat now.
That was like our first one we did.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so fat now because you have changed my life.
I was like, why did I fucking think of just getting a goddamn loaf of bread and just scooping it? I was like, no, they come like that, right?
Nope.
No.
Nope. You just have to. I mean, I'm sure somewhere you can probably. Actually, I know for a fact, food industry. Hey, I can order boxes of bread bowls that are just bread with the bowl part cut out. But one, you got to order a whole lot of them. Two, they come frozen, so you got to have space to store them frozen or they won't stay fresh. And three, if you cut out the bread, you take like a round, sometimes it's called a bolio or whatever. You take a round bread and you cut it out. And then the nice thing is, you got a bowl, you can put the soup in, but then all that shit you pulled out, you can dip in the fucking soup.
Delicious. You dig this fucking, yes.
Delicious.
Yes.
Oh. Delicious. Yes. Highly recommended. So bread bowls, kids. That's what you want.
Sides of the bread when you're done.
Hey, there you go. And then you scrape it out every little bit.
Just rip it apart.
And if you're a real fucking savage, you just like eat the fuck out of that thing. Soak in all the soup and shit.
And you just eat the freaking bowl when you're done.
And that's exactly it. Yeah. No, highly recommended. Bread bowls. There you go. Mashed potatoes and bread bowls. Speaking on food, I mean, we're on the food train. We'll just keep kind of going with food, and then we'll see what happens.
That's fine.
Speaking on food, so, we go to this Christmas party, and they have everything set up in the foil pans with the little chafers underneath it, keeping them warm and everything, set up in a buffet line. And I told my fiance, because I also make, I think I mentioned in that thread too, I also make a shepherd's pie, which is typically traditional shepherd's pie. So I make it traditionally. It is lamb, not beef. If you're using fucking ground beef, that's okay, but it's not a shepherd's pie. It's a cottage pie. It's different. Lamb, and then for me, grated carrots, grated onions, whole bottle of red wine, like all this different stuff. But that sits on the bottom, and then you put potatoes, mashed potatoes on the top, and then you put it in the oven and bake it. And so for me, when I make it, I'm like, oh my God, I typically will use one of those big foil pans because like it's large enough, but then I also won't have to like cleaning pans that you baked in is a pain in the dick. Like it's so hard, you gotta scrape it off and shit. So I'll typically make it in a pan like that. And I was like, babe, I have a great idea. So next year I'll just fuck with everybody and I'll bring shepherd's pie and just one of those foil pans, and it'll look like potatoes, but then they'll scoop it out and they'll just be like other shit on the bottom. You're like, what the fuck is this? But anyways,
That'd be so funny.
that's what we got. Vinny going to bed?
Well, the nice thing is him and his dad are playing Lego Star Wars. So that was their thing to do while I did this.
Nice.
And
nice.
I try to have a bedtime routine, because if I don't, then I literally have to drag him out of bed in the morning.
All right, well, I don't blame you for that. I don't blame you for that. My son's got a routine here too. So it's consistent as possible, otherwise all hell breaks loose.
Yes, and tomorrow's his last day of school for the rest of the year. So he's anxious for that.
2 more days. Tomorrow and a half day Thursday. And then he's home.
My son goes till Friday. I'm like, what kind of fucking fuck shit is that? But my son is also out until, I want to say like the 9th or 10th of January. Like he's out deep. So I'm like, all right, that works.
Yeah.
That's too long. Back to school. Bye.
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 I was talking to the comedian Christina P today. Actually, we were DMing back and forth on Instagram because she put something up there regarding kids and being out of school, and I was like, it's horseshit. It's bullshit that they have all this time off. Like, what are you supposed to do? The working parent, what are you supposed to do? I was like, my son used to come with me, and I would put him underneath my desk at work because they were out of school and I still had to work. It's like, that's bullshit. The fact that they have all for 2 weeks, what are you supposed to do?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, no. You get small times off, like we all get, because we don't get paid.
There's certain places, too, and it happens in the U.S., too. There's certain places where, like, school's not out for summer. They do, like, trimesters. Yeah. They go all year round, and then they have, like, 2 to 3 week periods off in between each trimester. And I'm like, I don't know, I don't know if I would have liked that as a kid, or the same thing. Yeah, it's like, oh, well, like, school made sense when, like, back in, like, the 50s, when, like, it was, like, single income households and, like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. Like, that's not feasible anymore. Everybody works. No. That's, like, everybody fucking works. But then, like, at some point, you have to make a decision that's like, all right, well, childcare costs this much, and I'm working to make enough for childcare. So should I even bother working? That's a real conversation people have to have at some point. Like, should I just quit and be a stay-at-home mom, dad, whatever? Because,
you're just working to pay childcare. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I'm working to get away and deal with assholes so I don't have to deal with my own assholes.
Right. I literally just had this conversation with my husband. Like, the way society is your kid is sick. So if you stay home from work to take care of the kid, you're a lazy piece of shit because you're not working. Mm-hmm. But if you take your kid to school while the kid is sick, you're a shitty parent because they're not home and you're taking care of them. So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's like, I need to know.
The fuck do you want from me?
Hey, what do you want from me?
Yeah. No, I hear that. And it's just politics, man. Politics. Yeah. We're all family here, though. That's the good news.
Yes.
So, a little bit of background, too. This is the first episode of the Family Style Podcast. I kind of, at the top of the hour, cover what the podcast would be about, but that does not answer the broader question of what the fuck family style is. We're a little later in, but this is the first podcast, and there'll be intro videos, and there's a blog post up there that'll talk about it and everything, too. But at the end of the day, real quick overview. Basically, family style is this. It's a community. It's just us hanging out and shooting the shit. It whether we knew it or not, was born back the literal first night that all of us came together, and Ashley and I did this for like 2.5 hours. And then she hopped off, and then somebody else got on, Troy, and then Ashley hopped back in, and we did it for another hour. It was
Troy.
it was just TMFT. Yeah. TMFT represent Troy motherfucking Turner. And it basically just we got on this call and it was like, yeah, cool, we're a community, and we were hanging out, and just 2 hours went by, and I think it was just like one of us just kind of looked at the clock and went, oh fuck, I have to go get dinner rolling or whatever it was. It just flowed and it just worked, and it's been quite a few months since then. So we decided we were going to do a podcast, and the idea kind of spurred of, let's just have dinner time conversations, and like the kind of conversations that you would have if you were chilling around the dinner table. If I hit record, all of us went out to dinner on, a random weeknight at a, insert random place here, we hit record on a bunch of microphones, this is what it would be. This is what it would be. So that's kind of what this is. And Family Style as a whole, it's going to be a whole big thing. We're making a whole network. We're going to have a blog. We got a website already going. We've got this podcast. There's going to be other podcasts coming down the pipe. We've got a Discord server. Highly recommend the Discord server. A lot of different stuff. So just a quick overview as to what this is and why we're here and why we're doing this. This podcast, we're going to be doing periodically. I don't know what that periodic schedule is yet because it's all new. And it's all, and I don't know what the podcast is going to be. Tonight we went down regional food selections. Every week is probably going to be as random as the last week. Maybe
just how we roll. It's just always a different, whatever happens.
Next episode, we'll talk about all of the weird slang terms that you guys use in your areas or whatever it is. Whatever it is. What does your toilet look like? Heather's got a weird toilet in the middle of her basement, stuff like that. So, but it's all brand new. It's all going to be just kind of growing with it. And if you're listening to this and you have an idea for a podcast that you want to do, if you have an idea for blog posting that you want to do, if you want to come on this show and just shoot the shit with us, by all means, reach out to us at familystylenetwork@gmail.com. And we will let you know where we can go from there. But we're open to everything. We want community. We want family. One of the things that we learned is we all met through a certain community. And in that community, we kind of all became family really fast. It was very much that first night where we all got together and we all just it just worked.
It did.
It just worked. And it was effortless.
We're all different. There's no one center point really to all of us. We're all just here to be friends and be family and have a community.
Yeah.
And lean on one another.
It's like we're all very
Mental
much
health
different.
State, yes.
Yeah. All very much
True.
different, all from very different places. But at the end of the day, we're all the same fucking person. Like the senses of humor, the jokes, everything, because we're all here just because of the love of the thing. And just, we enjoy, I don't know how to explain it. You just got to hop in, man, and just hang out for a minute. And it works. You feel it. And even these calls, we've had a couple of these video calls that before we decided to do a podcast with it, every single time I try to explain to people, they're like, I'm nervous. I don't want to get on camera with people I don't know. I'm like, just get on and just let it happen. You know what I mean? That sounds kind of weird to say, just let it happen. Get on and let it happen. But no, man, just, hop on the call and just let it flow and it's going to be good. And every single time, Heather's a testament to that. She was super just like, nope, I don't want it. I don't want to be on call. And now she's like, yeah, I'll do a podcast, whatever.
True that.
We just talk about pissing and farting before we join. That's all.
Yeah, it's fine. And Bidgets and all the weird Pittsburgh toilets and it's great. And we'll just talk about that real quick, get that out of our system, and now let's record a show. And then Ryan's gonna be a dick, and Ryan's gonna totally bring that up on the show, so we get on the recording.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
But yeah, this community is a big thing for us, and hop into the Discord, spend some time there, get to know us. And if you want to get involved, you can just be a part of the community. It's totally okay. If you want to get involved and be on this show or make your own show or do whatever it is, we're open to everything. We want to make a whole network of content creators and just creatives, people that just want to get together and just do stuff. And not because we're trying to be the next Fox or anything like that, but we just love doing the damn thing. And we want to have a fucking excuse and a home to be able to do what we want to do. So that's what this is all about. And that's why we're here. And we're glad that you're all here. And represent.
I'm glad you're here.
Represent. Got y'all right here.
Represent.
One love.
All right. Well, this is all new and things are moving. So I think we'll go ahead and wrap this episode. This episode was all just food. That's hilarious. I like that it naturally just turned into all food. That's Millie.
And
That's Millie.
I'm Millie.
Aww.
Millie. Oh my God, I got Millie. This is my little granddaughter, Millie. Her name's Amelia, but I call her Millie.
It's so cute.
She doesn't care. She's like,
Pinches
whatever.
cheek.
First baby on a
just
podcast. And
distracted.
I saw Moxie on the camera earlier, so we got Moxie too. On the
Yes.
podcast.
I was waiting for my cats to jump up, but they ran away. I'm waiting for them to pop up.
Millie, hey.
That's it.
She doesn't care. She's like, whatever.
Feed me.
She's
No,
just chilling.
no, she's
just
not
chilling.
looking. Nope.
All right. Well, Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna go take the granddaughter. We're gonna take care of her needs. Yeah, Family Style, episode 1. We will get this edited and posted. And fun note, only the people in this call right now know this. Merry Christmas to all you guys. We are giving this to you as a gift to you. So welcome to Family Style. Welcome home. This will be there'll be more explanation about the whys and the hows and the what's coming down the pipe. But I'm glad to be here. I'm excited for it. I'm sure the rest of you are as well.
Me too.
I'm so excited.
Me too. Can't wait.
It's gonna be so good.
This has been a secret for a little while, and we're really excited to unleash it on you guys. So buckle up, because here we go. But Family Style, episode 1. Thanks, y'all. Ryan with Ashley. And Heather.
Heather.
Peace out, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.